Good day, everybody, and welcome back. Today, I want to show you an update about with the combat system and specifically the melee and the throwables. Be aware, it's not yet finished, but it's been a while since I've showed an update about the system. So I thought maybe I can show some things that look amazing and that you probably think, oh, that's cool, because I like some things. And I'm going to start off with showing off some of the projectiles. And here I have positioned two spears. And here I have two targets on which they are aiming for. In this case it will be an AI, and in this case a target board. So when I press Alt S to simulate, you can see the projectiles moving. This one is hitting right in the center, and that one is hitting the AI. So you probably want to see that a bit in slow motion, and I think when I press Alt S and pause, open the command, enter slow-mo, let's say dot 2, and pause again. Okay, yeah, here we can see. Here I will pause it. So what you've noticed is that the spear is actually going into an arc. So first it goes up, but the rotation is following the velocity. So here it will have the impact. In this case it will show the impact particle effect, and also here on the character. And I think I want to show you a couple of things on how I've done this. Because a lot of interesting things are happening here in this projectile master. Let's start at the event graph. And first of all, what it does, it will set in the, by the way, it will set in the construction script. Can't find it that fast. In the construction script it will set these initial speed, etc., based on which weapon you have. And when this projectile is flying in the air, it will use the cheap based physics of the projectile movement. But on impact we want to have real physics, and that is a bit harder to simulate. And with the cheap physics I was able to get the rotation following the velocity quite more easy than using the actual physics on the static mesh. So what I did, I needed to have a prediction system about when is it going to hit something, and before it's going to hit something I want to enable physics. So what I'm doing, I have a box trace here, and as long as the projectile is moving, it is going to do a prediction check. And I can show you per, let's do for duration what it does. So I'm going to simulate again. I will pause it, and I will enter the slow-mo command again. So you can already see here what's doing. It is tracing forwards, and it is checking, is there something in the box? And if there is something in the box, it will assume that it is going to hit something. So here, just before it's going to hit something, so now here you see the green trace, and it will return okay. I think I'm going to actually hit an object, and so when we do so, I'm going to set simulate physics to true. And the reason why, that's good to see here. On impact, you can see the spear bouncing off, and that's actually a more expensive physics system than while using the normal trajectory. So it's actually an optimization, but also for better experience for the user. And with this trace, you can also see the arc and the velocity movement with the rotation quite well. So yeah, I am quite happy with that. Let's turn off the trace, the debug trace. So yeah, okay, so it's doing that, and yeah, let's show you that in practice. So let's open a character, and also what you've been seeing is, okay, first of all, let's talk about the spear. So I've equipped this spear. Oh, that guy is going to run towards me, so I'm going to kill the guy. Oh, I think they are all seeing me. Okay, let's start with the Throwables. So I here have a grenade. I can hold it, but this grenade already has a timer. It has actually 5 seconds before it's going to activate. But I've also made it so that when it is hitting the ground, on first impact, it also is able to explode. Of course, it's an easy boolean. You can just switch it off, and by switching it off, it will just use the timer only to activate. So in this case, when you throw it on impact, it will explode. When I'm throwing it and I'm holding it for like 4 seconds like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and throw it in the air, it will explode in the air because the 5th second is triggered in air. I also have a boolean setup that you can choose to say, okay, I only want to start the timer when I have thrown away the projectile. So it's very flexible. So you can make flashbangs, grenades, whatever you would like, and also the dynamics, however you would like. Also good to know, don't mind these animations, when I'm throwing it into this target, it will not stick on it. That's also optional, because you've seen this projectile, it is sticking to targets, and I'm doing that with an actual check. And here I have a spear, so I think I also enabled when I'm throwing it into the a landscape, it will stick on that position. So that's nice, but I have not enabled the stickiness or the able to penetrate on this wall. So when throwing it in the wall, it will just bounce off. About the spear. So the spear is actually a combination of melee and being able to aim, but also able to throw. So when equipping a spear, normally I've made it so that you equip it just like any other weapon, and in this case you can do your melee attacks. Please don't mind the animations, it's just a placeholder. But the spear you also want to be able to throw away. So what I'm saying here, you can aim with the spear, in this case by holding the right mouse button, and when holding the right mouse button, it is charging, and that's also happening with a grenade. And by the way, this is optional. So if you look good, you can see the line, the prediction line of where it's going. You see it moving further away because that is the charging ability. Here you can see it better. Yeah. So in this case, it takes 2 seconds to charge fully. When it's charging fully, then it will throw with more power. So in this case, it will throw quite hard, quite fast. But if you do it directly, it will throw less further away than while holding the charge. So that's the spear. I also want to show a small bit of the melee improvement or the melee progress. I don't think I've shown you any melee yet. So what I've made with the melee is a combo system. And in this case, you can define it in a data table. So here we see the data table, the weapons, and we are equipping the sword. And if we go to our melee variables, I have assigned light attacks and heavy attacks. And this weapon has 4 light attacks and 3 heavy attacks. Each animation here you can assign, it's a montage, and you can assign a percentage required of that montage to have to be played to be able to start the next attack. So that means when you are smashing a button, when you smash a button quite a lot, you don't want it to start the next attack directly. So you don't want it bam, 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 bam. You want it to be able to, okay, you have one swing, and when the swing is nearly on the end, you can have the other swing. So in this case, you have a combo attacks that you can align to each other. And here at this sword, I have a couple of example animations again. This is the first animation, but when I press the again during the time frame after the 55% of being played of that animation, then it will switch to the second attack, and then the third, and then the fourth. So that is actually a combo system. I don't have damage assigned yet to the melee, so I'm going to kill this guy for a second here. Here's the sword again. So you can see it will continue to cycle between these light attacks. But I can also switch to a heavy attack, and that's the in this case the right mouse button. But I also am able to combine them between the light and the heavy, and it will count together with the light and the heavies at the same time. So with that, you can have a combo system of melees, and you can set it up dynamically. The only thing here, what I need is better animations, a damage system, and if I have that, I think the melee system is already quite nice. Of course, I need blocking, etc., but yeah, that is something for later on. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's have some fun with the grenades, and let's try to kill these AIs. Fortunately, I'm not able to do damage on my own, so I can just throw these grenades. Oh, here, let's predict this one. Oh, that was so wrong. Nope. Oh, by the way, that prediction line is not yet fully precise, and that is quite obvious reason. And my prediction line is working like it is trying to make an arc of the projectile speed that's based on the amount of charging, but it uses the direction of the throwable that's actually in the hand. And when you are throwing the actual animation, your hand is shifting a bit to another position than when you are aiming. So that means there is a small deviation between throwing and the prediction line of the arc. Oh, what I've not told you about the projectiles is that they also have developed the homing targets. In this case, this box is a target for homing. It is emitting heat. You can just define in the database to say, okay, it's homing, and it will actually find the target towards it should attract to. So yeah, it's not yet finished. I need to include more things like the actual examples, like a flashbang, throwing knife, smoke bomb, these kind of things. For melee, I need to add the blocking, the damage, and better animations. And when I've done that, I think the throwable part and the melee part will be quite finished. And then next up will be probably bow and arrow, and also fixing these animations, like when I'm having this spear equipped. Yeah, you can see that I don't have the animation yet for walking, so now he's just floating around to like he's some kind of alien. Oh, by the way, look at this! I also have this jetpack thing. Maybe I can throw grenades. I haven't tested this. Well, yeah. Okay, this is actually quite fun. So yeah, I think that's a good finish for this video. I will show you an update probably in a week or so, and I wish you all the best. Have a nice day.